Alright, so here's Bean. Bean is an interesting character that I've had. Bean is sort of a meme character. He hasn't really had that many videos, but the videos that he has been in have done really well. So I decided to bring him into the crossover. And I will say one thing about the crossover. Bean is the link between Pax and Godzilla. Because Bean, well, is a kaiju. Just a very, 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 very small kaiju, 4 feet tall. And he just is the communication link between Godzilla and Pax. He is just there to be Bean, and he can only speak by Bean language. Bean has his own separate language, which is Bean, and as you've seen from the videos, all he speaks is Bean. He can't say any other word from Bean. Alright? Okay, next one. Alright, so next up we have Mr. C, also known as Mr. Carlisle from Insanity with Friends. Mr. C hasn't appeared in that many videos, mainly because for a duration of time we forgot where we placed the puppet, so we didn't know where to put him, or how to put him in. He was just a background voice, so he didn't appear in videos, but his voice did. But Mr. C, he's 4 feet tall as well. I mean, I think it is. I don't know, I'm judging by how the picture is. Yeah, he's 4 feet tall, and he's voiced by the same character that voices Timmy, which we'll get to in a second. And Mr. Carlisle doesn't have that much of a significant role in the crossover. He has a few lines, but he doesn't have that many. He's not that important to the key storyline, so he's just part of the Insanity with Friends group, which exists in the animation world, which I can't spoil much about, because that'll spoil the crossover. And yeah, let's move on to the next character, which I believe is Timmy. Alright, so Timmy is from the Blast from the Past world, or universe, as we like to call it. And Timmy is 4.5 feet tall. He is a robot dinosaur that has a little hidden surprise in his teeth, which you'll find out in the crossover. And Timmy really isn't that significant of a role. He's just there because he was in the Blast from the Past series that happened a long, long time ago at the beginning of my channel. So yeah, he's here just to make a comeback. Okay, so this is Velocity. Velocity is from the Five Nights at Jurassic World universe, or my stop motion series, the Controlled episode. And Velocity isn't that much of a main character, but he is coming back in the crossover. And he has the ability to teleport, which you have seen in his own movies. And yeah, you'll be able to see him in the crossover again. Okay, here we have a main character, Red. Red is a robot dinosaur from the Blast from the Past group, and Red is the first character I ever created. Red was a Zoomer dino back in like 2017, and he is a very important character. He is my childhood, basically. He represents my childhood, and yeah, he is very connected to Sam, Timmy, and Pax. Pax and Red have a special relationship of basically they're the same character, but they're just from two different universes. Here we have another main character, Artie. Artie, as most of you should know him by now, he's from the Insanity with Friends group, and Artie is a main character, as I said, and he is Pax's best friend that he has. Pax and Artie are two bros, basically. They love to talk to each other and just mess around. Artie, I have plans for. Artie is a significant character, and he is the comic relief character of the crossover, and you will be seeing a lot of him in the future. Okay, so now we have not a significant character, but a character nonetheless. This is Sadie. Sadie is from the Insanity with Friends group, and she has not made an appearance for a long time, but she is appearing in the crossover. Sadie is actually the voice actor for Sadie is Artie's little sister, and Artie and Sadie in the crossover, I wouldn't say they're sister and brother, but I want to at the same time. They're just two different species, but they argue like they're sister and brother. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we have Enda. Enda is the angel character that you all should know by now from the Pax Nightmares or whatever, Pax Voices series. Enda is a very special character when it comes to this, and recently I had to replace the voice actor for it. but we're not going to talk about that. But Enda is the angel character to Pax, like the guardian for Pax. And yeah, you all should know the backstory of Enda by now, because my whatever Pax Nightmare series that happened. If not, you should go check it out, because it explains a lot about this character. Okay, so now we got Hell's Queen, also known as Persephone, that will be appearing in the Fire and Sun and crossover. And Hell's Queen, or Persephone, is basically the wife to Lucifer. And Hell's Queen I have plans for. And the voice actor for Hell's Queen is Dino. You should know, well, I don't think you guys should know Dino. Dino is a very good friend. And Hell's Queen is basically, yeah, I already said it. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so this is Rex. Rex is from my Five Nights at Jurassic World series. And he isn't that much of an important character, but he is there. So yeah, he's just coming in just because he's partnered with Irex, well, like his brother basically. And Irex and T-Rex, you know, in Jurassic World they had a whole fight, but in this world they don't, so yee. This is Irex. Irex is an important character because he's from the Five Nights at Jurassic World series, and he is one of the other Indominus Rexes, and he plays an important part in the crossover. But I'm not going to spoil it because it's not out yet. It's coming out next year, I hope at least. And yeah, you've seen clips of him in V, but these two, V and Irex, don't really get along, which you'll see that in the crossover. And yeah. Next we have Sam. Sam is from the Blast from the Past series, and Sam is like the brains of the, well, smart person of the Blast from the Past series, and he is like a Spinosaurus robot, but if you notice on the design, he has no arms. Well, that's the purpose of his design. He's unique. He has no arms. He's like a Spinosaurus mixed with a T-Rex, but has no arms. He has no arms, okay? Next we have me, Pax. And Pax is the main character, obviously. And there's not really much to be said about him, but Pax is an Indominus Rex, and the Indominus Rex species comes into play in the crossover, which you will find out early in the story. But yeah, Pax is the main character. You'll find out why he's not like any other Indominus Rex, since he has the red pattern on him. Only Indominus Rexes with certain patterns represent something else, which you will find out in the crossover, I think. Next we have V. V is a special character. He is one of the... Hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's one of the 4 gods that are in my series. Well, he was in the Pax Nightmares. He is Pax symbiote, basically. If you should be able to pick that up by now. And he plays an important role in the crossover. And he likes to annoy Pax by basically disagreeing with him almost on everything. But when it comes to a fight, they will both work together. Finally, we have Lucifer. Lucifer is the devil character that I have. He is in the Fire and Sun series as well as the crossover. And Lucifer doesn't really get that much screen time, but the screen time that he does get is important to the story. And yeah, that's pretty much it about him. There's not really much to talk about him besides he's Lucifer, he's the devil, and yeah, he's the devil form of Pax. Next we have the largest character that I have. Well, that's not Godzilla. Felix. Felix is a Indominus Rex that is fully grown and is like an elder Indominus Rex. He is 30 feet tall as an Indominus Rex can get. And yeah, he has lived through a lot. He's smart, and he's part of the Insane with Friends group that has to deal with Artie all the time and making him sandwiches. Oh god, I remember those videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it to Felix. Felix is an important character as well. I want to say stuff, but I can't. And then you have Godzilla, which is just Godzilla. And yeah, that should be all the good characters that are in the crossover. If I missed one, there's a reason why I missed it. If not, then everything should be good. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.